Hello everyone, I'm Thomas LeBlanc.
And I'm Trana Winter. Welcome to another episode of Lucky Stars. This is an astropop odyssey where we walk you through the zodiac by roasting the biggest celebrities born under each sun sign.
Today we kick off Virgo season. Virgo season is happening from August 23rd to September 22nd. Trana, are you excited by Virgo season? How are you feeling?
Virgo season makes me very nervous because it always reminds me of back to school. I feel like the most Virgo thing you can possibly do is go and buy some school supplies, even though you probably haven't been a student in like 10 years. For me, it's this time of high pressure, getting back to work. I can't handle it.
I mean, Staples, the store, is a Virgo. That's the definition of a Virgo. It's the sixth sign of the zodiac, which means it's aligned with the sixth house. The sixth house is the house of habits, waking up every day at the same time, going to bed every day at the same time, being very consistent, being a hard worker. And the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury. So it's the planet of communication, clarity, and unexpected fuck-ups.
Before we get to our Virgo celebrities, let's take a closer look at some of the key traits of Virgo. Which is kind of ironic that we're even doing this video because most Virgos do not believe in astrology.
Virgo is an earth sign like Taurus and Capricorn, so it's really rooted in the realities of the world. Virgos really enjoy caring about what they can see, what they can assess, and what they can evaluate. Virgos are extremely organized, disciplined, hardworking. They're also creative. They make really good artists. They're reliable, but I would really say that Virgos are really obsessed with the long run. They want to make sure that they can do something and sustain it in the long run, which is really totally the opposite of the previous sign, Leo.
Virgos are also very reliable. You can count on a Virgo. They will not cancel plans. They hate to delete things from the agenda. So if you love people who cancel because you want to cancel yourself, don't make plans with a Virgo.
One more thing about the Virgos is they think, and they think some more. They really cannot stop thinking. So if you're a sign who just likes to hang out, likes to travel, likes to take things easy, maybe a Virgo is not the best buddy for you.
Also, I just have to say that every Virgo I've ever met has the most beautiful penmanship. It's an underrated value. All right, now it is the moment we've been waiting for. It's time to talk about our very hardworking, dedicated Virgo celebrities. Thomas, walk us through the most famous, successful Virgo of them all.
She is a textbook Virgo, Miss Beyonce Knowles. Yes, a Virgo born September 4th. So if you have seen Homecoming, the Netflix documentary about Beychella, the big Coachella show that she did a few years ago, you know that Beyonce is the ultimate perfectionist. She is a perfectionist about perfection. She will rehearse rehearsals in a way that you haven't rehearsed or seen the perfection of a rehearsal before. And if you've seen the documentary, you know that.
I had to rebuild my body from cut muscles.
The problem with Beyonce, in my opinion, and I know this is not going to be a very popular opinion, is that it doesn't quite look like she has fun. And I think that's the main issue for Virgos. You're never quite sure if they're enjoying themselves, drowning in this perfectionism. Another example of this for Beyonce, of course, is Lemonade, the record she made after Jay-Z cheated on her. In a way, you know, like it's a petty move, but she applied all her artistry to get this record out. And I think that if you look at Beyonce's birth chart, she is a Virgo sun with a Libra rising, that's beauty and balance and justice, and then a Scorpio moon. Trana, you and I have a Scorpio moon. You know what that means. It makes so much sense that she made the perfect revenge record, and that's what Beyonce is about. She wants to nail everything to perfection, but I'm never quite sure if she enjoys herself.
I don't think she's really enjoying herself that much. Has Beyonce ever told a joke in her life? Have you ever seen Beyonce laugh?
Can she make other people laugh? I don't think so. I think as much as I love Beyonce and she's the queen of everything, and she is She is the best at being Beyonce, but the problem is she knows she is Beyonce and she has no sense of self-deprecation, she's not laughing at herself, and that's what's missing. And I think that's what hinders most Virgos is they can't laugh at themselves.
Poor Virgos.
Who is your first pick as a representative of the Virgo sign?
Okay, so I have chosen Lea Michele, born August 29th. A very unpopular choice, and I am not saying if I'm a fan, but I feel like water signs get such a bad rap. Everyone believes that Scorpios are the worst sign of the zodiac. So in choosing Lea Michele, I'm basically making a case for why Virgos are actually the worst sign.
Worse than Gemini and Sagittarius?
Hear me out. Lea Michele as Virgo equals the worst sign. Lea Michele, super talented, big, gorgeous Broadway voice. When we all first encountered her on Glee, we loved her, couldn't get enough of her. We were praising her. We were calling her the next Barbra Streisand, which was our biggest mistake, because that went straight to her head.
I got to have my bite, sir.
When you have a hardworking Virgo who is also an overachiever, and then they are met with oceans of praise, disaster is on the horizon. So dear Virgos, please take this as a cautionary tale. Like we were talking about with Beyonce, you need to find that sense of humor, because if you don't, people might come after you.
So I did my research and I realized that there are 5 queers who build this incredible legacy through their Virgo energy. Number 1 on the list, Freddie Mercury, obvious, long career, Bohemian Rhapsody, ultimate Virgo song. You need that energy to nail those lyrics.
So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye?
Marsha P. Johnson, obviously a legend in the gay rights movement. She was there at Stonewall and she dedicated her life to uplifting her peers.
Darling, I want my gay rights now!
Lily Tomlin, the most famous lesbian in Hollywood, came to no fame later in life, and you know, a lot of fans of Grace and Frankie here. So I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that, like, the longer we have Lily Tomlin, the better this is.
Excuse me? You're gay.
Billy Porter, I feel Billy Porter is turning 50 and he's just getting started. He's getting these amazing roles, and I just can't wait for him to get that Oscar.
The eyebrows of Brooke Shields show the motherfuckers off!
And finally, a queer who's building a legacy through that Virgo energy, Trixie Mattel, a human brand, a human online store. I think Trixie will be doing these YouTube videos about Drag Race until she dies. She has so much energy. I'm in awe of the energy and the persistence that she has.
Speaking of being an absolute loser, was it fun watching your friends' dreams come true?
Okay, putting Trixie on the same list as Marsha P. Johnson and Freddie Mercury is a choice. I'll accept it.
I'm just speaking of the Virgo energy here. They all have big Virgo energy.
My next choice is Jennifer Hudson, born September 12th. I love Jennifer Hudson so much. I remember watching her on American Idol back in the day. I was just a kid. I was devastated when she lost because I thought she was the real deal. Simon Cowell was awful to her.
I think you're out of your depth in this competition.
What?
And what did she do? She came back, won an Oscar, a Grammy, a BAFTA. She is everything. Of course, we got to see her really step into that Virgo power when she played Effie in Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls, of course, was supposed to be fellow Virgo Beyonce's vehicle, but Jennifer Hudson stole the show because Jennifer Hudson, I will argue, is the best vocalist of the last 20 years. Yes, better than Beyonce, better than Adele, better than Billie Eilish. The problem with Jennifer Hudson, unfortunately, is that she hasn't been given great material to sing yet. I feel like I'm still waiting for that great Jennifer Hudson album. I know it's gonna happen. In the meantime, we always have Cats.
I must think of a new life.
Of course, we also have to thank Jennifer for her wonderfully bizarre cameo in Sex and the City, the movie, with the ugliest handbag of all time that she got so excited about. Talk about great acting.
It's rented. Bag, borrow, steal. It's like Netflix for purses.
I will just say also, very similar to Beyonce and a lot of the other Virgos we've been talking about, who can also be kind of guarded sometimes and reluctant to let loose and really reveal themselves. Jennifer Hudson is so boring in interviews. I recently just saw her sit down with Oprah. I tried to watch it because I love my Jennifer so much, I fell asleep.
My last pick is Michelle Visage, born September 20th. Yes, Michelle is a Virgo, because we all think that being overcritical is a bad thing, but in Michelle's case, she's actually made a career out of being an amazing judge, of having a laser focus eye on the queens on RuPaul's Drag Race. And you know, this is a testament to her big Virgo energy that we all know that she hates bodysuits, the color green, bad wigs, bad makeup, bad choreo. I mean, Michelle is the Virgo to Rue's Scorpio.
Stop relying on that body.
And I think that without that Virgo energy, the show would be a mess. It would have been canceled a decade ago. Like, Michelle is RuPaul's Drag Race, and for that, I am forever thankful.
It looked like she went to the fancy section at Dress Bar.
And I think I can speak for all the queer people out there. We love Michelle, but we are terrified of her. And I think that's the effect that Virgos have on people. When you think of Beyonce, of Lea Michele, and Michelle Visage, we're really kind of scared of these folks, and that's the Virgo in them. I'm not so scared of Jennifer Hudson, though, I have to say.
You know, the funny thing with Michelle is that usually on these sort of reality shows, I have a really hard time with people being judges who haven't actually achieved anything themselves. But for Michelle, I'm gonna give it to her. She knows her shit, and I love her.
So to wrap things up, Trina, who's your final Virgo, the queen of Virgos that you can't live without?
I mean, I think I can live without her, but it is Shania Twain, born August 28th, Queen of Canada. I mean, I know you'll argue that Celine is the Queen of Canada. Celine is the Queen of Quebec. Shania is the Queen of Canada. Shania is also basically the Queen of the US. I mean, no one has sold more records than her. She came from a small town, Timmins, Ontario, okay? Built herself up from nothing. Again, that Virgo persistence, that hardworking nature, that ambition, that long-term focus. I mean, just that first beginning part of Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Let's go, girls.
What is more Virgo than that? Telling us to get off our asses and go for it. Let's fucking go, girls. And also, what I would argue is the most Virgo Shania song. It's also the corniest, but it's my favorite, and it's her song Forever and for Always, because Virgos are dependable. And if you are lucky enough to have a Virgo partner in life, they're never going to leave you. You'll always be able to count on them, just as we are able to count on Shania forever and for always.
We will be together all of our days.
I mean, you're right. Only a Virgo would have Brad Pitt in front of her and be like, that don't impress me much.
Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much.
And that is a wrap on Virgo. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Share the love. Share the roast. Send this to a Virgo that you hate. We will see you back here next month for Libra, which is all about beauty, balance, and sex. Can't wait.